What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, we have some disturbing news, in my opinion, as Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions founder, former Olympic gold medalist and sixth division champion, Hall of Fame boxer, is stating that his fighter, Virgil Ortiz Jr., who's coming off of a impressive second round knockout victory over Erickson the Hammer Lubin last night. He's stating that Virgil Ortiz Jr., who is now 24 wins, no losses, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, that Virgil Ortiz Jr., instead of fighting the man that got in the ring with him and confronted him, right? Instead of fighting the fight that the world want to see, him versus the Phenom, the former unified WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine welterweight world champion, now WBA junior middleweight interim champion and title contender, Jerron Boots Ennis, who is 35 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. And he got in the ring and confronted Virgil Ortiz last night in the ring. And Virgil said, this is the fight that got to happen next. Oscar De La Hoya, as I stated, I in my last video, I told you in the press conference when he made the statement that, they got to have the favor, they got to have the edge, right? Now Oscar De La Hoya is talking about he would rather see Virgil Ortiz fight the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora, the former unified WBC, WBO junior middleweight champion, now just the WBC champion because he vacated the WBO. He would rather see Virgil Ortiz fight Sebastian Fundora, right? And on the undercard, Jerron Boots Ennis fights Jermell Charlo. And the winner fights each other. Now, again, is this a bad thing? No. Listen, that is actually a good thing. I don't mind seeing Sebastian Fundora, as I said, when it comes to Virgil Ortiz, and Sebastian Fundora's situation, because he says that we are the WBC mandatory, right? Sebastian Fundora's 23 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. I don't mind seeing Virgil Ortiz versus Sebastian Fundora and Jermell Charlo versus Jerron Boots Ennis. Jermell Charlo is a 3-time junior middleweight world champion, former undisputed junior middleweight world champion. And in my opinion, he's still the king in the division till proven otherwise, because his last loss was him going up to 168 and losing to Canelo. But he's been inactive. He's 35 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He was at the fight last night, but he's been out the ring for 2 years. The last time we saw him in the ring was September of 2023 when he lost to Canelo Alvarez, right? But he was the king of the division, and I believe still the king in the division. The problem is, this is just a pipe dream, right? This is just a way for Oscar De La Hoya to deflect from making a fight between Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Boots Ennis simply because they don't like the style matchup, right? Period, right? They don't like the style matchup. They would much rather have him take an opportunity and a shot at Sebastian Fundora for that title. They want to sell Virgil Ortiz as the next great Mexican-American superstar to carry the mantle and the torch in replace of Canelo Alvarez. As Oscar stated that Canelo Alvarez is on his way out, or is out, and David Benavidez just don't have the opponents up at light heavyweight and cruiserweight, right? He got Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol, but it's not a lot of big names there. So as he stated, Virgil has much bigger names. He does. He has Jermell Charlo, Sebastian Fundora, Jerron Boots Ennis, right? It's endless, right? Errol Spence, right? They're talking about Errol Spence at Cowboy Stadium, right? And then he stated that maybe we should get Errol Spence versus Virgil Ortiz, and then Jerron Boots Ennis versus Jermell Charlo on the undercard at Cowboy Stadium, AT&T Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Which again, I don't mind that either. I'm not opposed to that either. The thing is, Errol Spence, Errol Spence is going on 3 years outside the ring. There's no telling what's going to happen with that situation. Sebastian Fundora is rescheduling his fight with Keith Thurman after he injured his hand, so we don't know what's going on with that. The facts remain is that they want him in the best possible position to be victorious and to continue to build on his name before he loses. And this is something Oscar didn't want Canelo Alvarez to do when he pushed for the fight with Floyd Mayweather. That's why Oscar started this notion, and this is why Oscar De La Hoya started he started creating this narrative that Canelo was just simply too small. I mean, he was too young, too green, right? That was his way of getting out in front and still allowing Canelo to be a draw. And it worked. He know he can't do that with Virgil Ortiz because there's a strong possibility that not only Jerron Boots Ennis wins against Virgil, but he outclasses him, right? And possibly drops him and dominates him. There's a strong possibility that can happen. And that's a hard sell when Virgil has a better resume than Jerron Boots Ennis. It's a hard sell and they're the same age. It was easy to do with Canelo and Floyd. He can't do that with this fight. But again, I don't mind seeing Jermell Charlo versus Jerron Ennis and Virgil versus Errol Spence or Sebastian Fundora on the same card. Don't mind it at all. But that's a pipe dream. But let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. The moment that Oscar De La Hoya stated, oh, it's all up to Virgil, whatever Virgil wants. We'll do whatever Virgil wants. I knew right then and there. He says it's about what Virgil wants. This is not what we want. This is what Virgil wants. I knew right then and there he was going to try to throw a monkey wrench in the plans. But let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.